First of all, can you please tell me your name?
Yes, my name is Julian.
Where are you from?
I'm from Nebraska, America.
When did you arrive in Japan?
Basically, 2 Tuesdays ago.
Yeah.
10 days, roughly.
Have you visited Fukuoka?
No, it's my first time. In fact, this is the farthest west I've been in Japan.
Did you visit any other places in Japan this time?
Yes.
Where did you go?
I've gone to Tokyo, Kyoto, Nagoya, Hiroshima, hopefully some more places. I have a JR Rail Pass.
I
Just
see.
jump on a train and go. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good way to trip in Japan.
It's a great way.
So far, which prefecture do you like the most?
The whole country's very nice. But I will say Kyoto's, it's very beautiful. I like the laid-back atmosphere. It's just so picturesque and it's very, very pretty.
I imagine a lot of tourists in Kyoto, I think.
Oh yeah.
So how was that?
So, it's fine.
What prompted you to decide to visit Japan?
I have friends here that I wanted to visit.
What initial image did you have in mind for Japanese culture?
Well, this is my third time coming here.
Oh, third time.
Yes. So, I don't know.
So you have already known about Japan a lot?
Yes. I've been, but mostly more east, like Tokyo and Kyoto, Osaka. I'll probably go to Osaka at some point. But I've never gone to Hiroshima and Fukuoka. I've never been here, so I've always been curious,
When is your first time in Japan?
1993.
1993?
Yeah, I'm 50 years old, so 30 years ago. First time.
Maybe you were 20 years
20, yes. And then I came again in 2004, and now, 2020.
So why did you come to Japan at your first time?
The very first time was a study abroad program to study Japanese.
Japanese language?
Yes, but
really?
I forgot all. たくさんが忘れた。
たくさん忘れました。
ごめん。
You had been studied about language in your university or college in Japan?
Yes, near Tokyo.
Near Tokyo.
Kawasaki City, basically. 2004. My friend was teaching English here, so I just came for it.
I see.
He was in. Do you know the north where there's like a little thumb that kind of looks? That's kind of where he was at. Fun fact: in the city that he lived in, they discovered the oldest onigiri, you know the word fossil? They found an onigiri like a very, very old mukashi, like very, very old. So that's their mascot is a onigiri. That's their claim to fame. That's their big thing. It was cool. It was a nice, very small town. I like it because people have to realize. Just like America is not New York City and LA, Japan is not just Tokyo, it's everywhere, so it's good to see other places.
There are many small towns in this country.
Small towns are...
Can you describe your impression of Japan this time? Did you find some differences between you came before and
I think so.
This time?
I feel like there are even more tourists now. The first time in 1993, I didn't see many. And in 2004, it may have been the places small towns. Maybe that's why. But now, of course, everywhere. Like you saw me, we're everywhere.
Yeah.
This is like our time off, even though it's very, very hot. I would like to come back in spring or even fall because it's nicer.
How about your town? Are there many tourists in your town?
Not exactly. But there is an immigration center there, so we have a lot of people that are going to become Americans that stay in my town for a while, and sometimes they stay there. They decide to keep staying. Yeah, it's cool. Like we have lots of different people from different cultures that come and live there, at least for a while.
Yeah. I have two more questions. If you could bring something back to your hometown, what would you like to bring back from Japan?
Anything? Probably bring back either a giant tanuki.
It's heavy.
Very heavy.
Would you like to visit Japan again?
Yes. Hopefully I will at some point. Maybe when it's cooler out.
Yeah.
Even winter. Winter would be fine too. I don't mind cold weather. Don't mind the hot weather.
Lastly, what message would you like to convey to people who are considering visiting to Japan?
Plan ahead. Just make sure you've got all your ducks in a row. There's certain things that will help you, like if you can get the rail pass, obviously, if you can buy an IC
That's
card,
nice.
they come in very, very handy. That way you don't have to think about how much yen does it cost to get to this station, and then you just get off and you're good. So definitely buy an IC card. Doesn't matter what kind you get, who cares, whatever. I think they work. I think they all work all over the country. So I just got Suica because I was in Tokyo at the time. If you like anime, manga, stuff like that, check out Book Off. Basically, every decent sized city has at least one, maybe several, and there's always lots of like, it's used stuff, right? So it's which is fine. So you can find really cheap manga, some good figures, models, CDs, vinyl. Like it's great. They're fun, and I've had a lot of fun going. I didn't go there the last time. I never saw it before, and so this time I've gone into them, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. There's a lot of fun stuff in there. So that's just good advice. Like I know a lot of people come to Japan because they like anime, so they, you know, I mean, sure everyone does. I like anime too, but that's not the only reason I'm here. But if you do like that stuff, check it out. It's a good store.
Thank you for cooperating.
Yes.
Thank you for cooperating.
It's okay. My pleasure.
At first, I would like to know your name.
Lena.
And my name is Lou.
Where are you from, guys?
France.
When did you arrive in Japan?
10 days ago.
10 days ago.
Where did you arrive?
Osaka.
Have you visited other prefecture before come to Fukuoka?
Yes.
We went to Osaka, Kobe. Then we rented a car.
Yeah.
We drove to Tokushima.
So Shikoku Island. Yeah.
Shikoku Island.
Shikoku,
Yes.
Tokushima.
Yes.
Yes.
We went to
Tsurugi.
Tsurugi. We went to
Ehime.
Ehime. Yeah.
Prefecture. And then to Fukuoka.
By
Yesterday.
ferry or something?
By Shinkansen.
This is day 2.
This is day 2.
Two
Yes.
in
We
Fukuoka.
arrived yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, which prefecture the most do you like?
So far, I think it's Ehime Prefecture with Ehime Prefecture.
Ehime. The mountains and the nature.
Nature is
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You said you live in France.
Yes.
Which part of France?
Bordeaux.
City area or more
City area.
city area?
Close to the countryside. Yes. Like 1 hour away from the city.
What prompted you to decide to visit Japan?
The love for the culture in Japan and for food as well.
So
And,
what kind of culture you mean?
the way of living, really simple, and the calm of it maybe, and nature as well.
How about anime or something like
Yes,
that?
of course. This is what introduced us to the Japan culture, obviously, when we were kids. This is what we started with Japan. But now it's more like, yes, the culture, the atmosphere and everything. And we try to not do Japan only for the manga and only for the anime.
I see.
Yes, it's a good memory for us, but not everything. Yes,
Have you tried any Japanese food before coming to Japan?
of course.
We used to live in Paris. I guess it's the city where you can find the most Japanese food. Because in Bordeaux there's not much Japanese restaurants. Yeah.
And we love Japanese food.
Yeah.
We try to do as much as Japanese food as we can.
Do you have any friend who have been Japan before?
Yes,
Yes.
so we do. Yes, we do. Yeah, each of us have
Yeah, we
one.
do.
You have not much information about Japan.
Yes. But we research things ourselves on the internet and on YouTube and.
Did you have any Japanese-like cultural things in this trip? Kind of tea ceremony or wearing kimono
No.
fashion? No, yet.
We are tourists, but we don't really want to see tourists. So
We try to,
alternative things.
We don't want to do like
Yeah.
kimono stuff and
Yeah.
tea ceremony, but rather we go to people's place, sleep at people's, and this is
Yeah.
what we did when we were in Tokushima Prefecture. We slept at Japanese family's home.
Have you visited any other Asian country before?
Yes, I've been to Thailand and Cambodia.
So I imagine big difference between.
Yes, it's not the same at all. Yeah.
Totally different.
Totally different, yes. But good, but not the same as Japan.
Thank you for cooperating.
It's okay. But
Thank you for cooperating. Nice to meet you. At first, what's your name, guys?
My name is Jean.
And where are you from?
I'm from France.
France?
Belgium.
Are you friends?
Yes.
So why you guys come in different country from?
Because we met in America and then we just stay in touch. And now we had vacation, so we decided to come here.
You met both.
Long time ago.
We met 9 years ago.
Are you studying in America or something?
We used to be students together.
We study English in America in a school. That's
Yeah.
where we met. And then we just kept in touch. And sometimes we travel to each country, France, Belgium.
Yeah.
And this time we came to Asia because he was living in Taiwan for a long time.
How long have you been in Taiwan?
In Asia, in total 5 years and 3 years in Taiwan.
So why are you staying in Asian country?
Because I wanted to improve my skills, and one of them was Chinese, speak Chinese. And but for that it took a long time. So I was really into Asian culture. Therefore, I didn't want just to study the language, but I wanted to understand the locals and what makes the difference between Asia and Europe.
Yeah.
So not just the language, but to understand deeply. I think what is the chance when you learn a language is to discover new horizons. And to discover new horizons, it allows you to see things what will not be possible. Therefore, I wanted to use it at its best. Discovering and living like a semi-local means being really attached to the place, feeling I'm belonging to there, and I'm not just taking, but I'm also exchanging.
That's nice. So is this first time trip in Japan?
No, I was living nearby.
My 5th time in Japan.
Fifth time. When is your first time in Japan?
2016. I was 16, 17, 18, 19, and 23.
Since we really appreciate each other, we went also traveling together to Japan, as I was living also nearby, so it was convenient.
When did you arrive in Japan this time?
5 days ago?
On the 12th and
13 years.
Arrived which airport did you?
Narita.
You traveled around Tokyo area before come to Fukuoka?
Just for 1 day, and then we went to
Kanazawa.
Kanazawa, because we bought the GR pass for
That
1
good
week.
way.
Yeah, for Shinkansen.
Unfortunately, because of the typhoon, we have to go back and forth in Kanazawa region and Tokyo region. First, because the announcement told us that all the Kanazawa line will be suspended. Unfortunately, it was in the end nearby Tokyo that those lines were suspended.
But yeah, we've been also before to Osaka, Okayama,
Yeah.
Hiroshima,
Yeah.
Kano. Yeah, short stop. Here is also short stop. We arrived yesterday and we'll be tonight.
Where are you going to?
Osaka normally. Maybe Tokyo, but I think Osaka.
I would like to ask you, why did you choose Japan for your traveling?
Actually, we didn't just choose Japan. We were supposed to go to Vietnam, but there was a typhoon, so it got cancelled. So we went to Spain and then Taiwan for 10 days. Because he also had good friend in Taiwan.
Yeah.
And then we went to Hong Kong and then Shenzhen in China just for 1 day. And then also Japan because it was really nearby and we like coming to Japan.
So the reason why is because we love Japan.
Do you remember your first time encounter to the Japanese cultural thing in your country?
For me, it was in America because we study in international school. So there was a lot of Japanese students in the class. I think that's the first time we met Japanese people.
Do you find any differences between Japanese culture and your country?
The reason why we are here is for those differences.
Especially, for example,
It's clean, it's polite, respect, it's safe.
Those are not the differences why we are here. Those differences are usually involving culture, and what I mean by culture, there is of course the beautiful traditions of the Japanese people. It includes first the temple, the clothing style, the fashion. The overall atmosphere in general is quite different, and the path of life feels much different from my country, France. I really do appreciate personally difference when it comes to the Japanese food. Because when we travel, usually we start to be hungry after some times, and here there is always a good place to eat. Therefore, it makes that place even better.
What did you try?
Well, we try to sum up the Japanese food culture.
Yeah.
First, by going in our previous trip to different cities, but this time to Kanazawa, especially to try the sushi and sashimi.
Ah, that's a great place to eat.
Fukuoka is also a seafood place.
Yeah.
Therefore, we haven't our lunch yet and dinner. Therefore, we cannot talk yet about this city, but we were looking to try some local specialties.
Yeah.
And that's also a pleasure when we can go to food region, like in Japan. Before, we came several times dictated by our stomach to Kansai, but this time we really wanted to change and discover other places. For the food, for the atmosphere, also to be visiting some sightseeing places. This time it's Kyushu. And I can say that in Kyushu, it's kind of a teaser because it makes us already want to come back. So also one of the reasons why we went to many places in this trip,
I see.
it's because there is many places what we were ignorant of. And usually when we come somewhere for a short time, when we are really pleased by somewhere, in particular, we come back and spend longer time. So it was kind of to change our thoughts about Japan and to make us more and more interesting about the island of Kyushu, as we won't have the time to go this time to Kumamoto and to Nagasaki, but definitely it's places where we would like to go next time.
You want to come back Japan again?
Yeah, we will.
This is not the only place where we travel, of course. Still, there is something a bit special about Japan, what makes us want always to come back. So it can take time. The last time, as Emilian said, was before COVID.
Yes.
So it can take some time. We were doing our schedule a bit based on the weather. As it's the month of August, in Asia, it can be quite complicated to travel. So that's why there is some spontaneous decisions in our trip. But Japan was the first place we picked. Japan is never a disappointment.
Lastly, what message would you like to convey to people who are considering visiting Japan?
It really up on the profile. To someone never been visiting Japan, I would say that to come with a very open mind and very respectful mindset overall.
Yeah, just be respectful.
The thing is, I'm sure someone who comes to Japan can start by many cities.
Yes.
Fukuoka is really a good one. So often people mention Tokyo, they mention Osaka. We started by those places, but definitely if we were starting by Fukuoka, it will be a great idea as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's a less crowded city with a combination of temple and places around. There is really that deep Japanese culture. This is a very welcome gate.
Thank you so much. Thank you for cooperating.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.